Well, we start right now with breaking news here on News 2 to continue to start our day off with breaking news here on News 2 after a fire has outbroke at an upstate tractor supply. Here is the latest that we know right now. Um, we do know that according this photo is from WFIN. We do know as of earlier today that multiple fire departments had to respond to the fire behind the tractor supply in Malden, South Carolina. We do know that the crews have been on scene with WFIN, and they say that several nearby roads have been shut down, and first responders say it appears to be an outside fire near Carlton Road. We know crews have contained the fire and are actively working to reopen the blocked roads. You can stay with us here on WFIN News 2 to learn the latest on what we know is the latest with this story. Well, we also want to take you outside to our weather, but first we're going to take you out to our outside Skycam network. I know it sounds very dumb to be kind of getting outside, but hey, it is a nice day, of course, across the upstate, and we need to kind of be outside and embrace that nice day. This is a live look on your screen at I-85 southbound at mile marker 47. It says weekend traffic, but hey, it's still technically weekend till 12:05 or 12:01, excuse me, when it switches to tomorrow. But I will say that everything looks nice. No accidents across the upstate right now, which is quite a blessing. I will say we have looked and do not see any as of right now. Of course, when we come back after the break, we'll have the latest on weather and so much more. We'll be right back. We're back. Thank you for continuing to stay with us here on WFIN News 2. We are continuing to look at our Skycam network as today has been a beautiful day. I will say this is a look at our Skycam network. Very nice. Very happy. I will say that. That is traffic across the area is not slow and is very kind of slow or kind of moving, which is a blessing there. Let's take you to our weather. I don't know, I'm kind of like, me hoping that our radar is staying nice and it's nice out there, but I will say we have had some pollen. Yeah. You know, if you've been in the upstate for a while in South Carolina, you know when we have pollen, it messes with everybody's sinuses. It's just not a fun time. So let's take you momentarily to our weather as this is a look right now. This is our current look out at our weather. We are feeling 82 degrees across Greenville. We're feeling 83 in Greer, 84 Spartanburg, and good afternoon to those in Clemson, feeling about 83. So wherever you go across the upstate, feeling about the mid to upper 80s. Western North Carolina, almost same story, 80s across Asheville, Hendersonville, and Shelby sitting about 84. So everywhere you kind of go in the upstate plus Western North Carolina, it just feels like a nice springtime day. So is this our hottest day yet? Let's take you to that. I mean, that is kind of in the top story here on News 2 on our pages on YouTube. This is kind of like our look, what they consider our look of our hottest day yet. Wow. I know. It's kind of like a, I don't really know how to describe it other than just kind of feeling nice outside, but you had the pollen. It just kind of all is a mess. We're, like I said, staying about 80s, the upper 80s today across Greenville, Spartanburg. I swear, pretty much everywhere on this weather map, it says 80s, 86, Greenville, and the only place that doesn't feel 86 is Seneca. Seneca, Wahala is just kind of like in that mist of kind of 80s, but I will say Western North Carolina, parts of Western North Carolina is 70s, and the other part is upper 80s. So it just kind of is a trend wherever you go. 80 or 75 across Newland and 86 for Lenoir and Hickory, North Carolina. Feeling about 85. So it just kind of varies wherever you go across North Carolina, but mostly 80s across our viewing area. Of course, it's going to feel more like May, and then March, more May like today and March tomorrow, as temperatures like it said on the screen soar to the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s across most of the upstate and western North Carolina. Okay, today is the hottest day, and we're kind of having a mini heat wave is what they like to call it in meteorological term. And at the very least, it won't be muggy, right? But we have seen a lot of pollen, right? I'm actually gonna see if I can pull up like a pollen map of what it's like today, because it is bad. I feel like everywhere you go, like you go outside, it messes with your allergies. Pretty much anything you do outside is messing with your allergies, messing with your sinuses. Like you walk outside, it grabs you, and you're like, oh, can I like get away from this? I wish. It hasn't messed with my allergies yet. I'm very surprised by that, though. But this on your screen, on the side of your screen is from weather.com. Once we get whatever that is off the screen. Okay, so this is kind of a look at our pollen breakdown for our 15-day. For today, tonight is going to be very high. The rest of today is going to be high. To Monday, Tuesday is going to be high as well. That's the tree pollen. It's the next several days. I wish it would let me go down. So I would expect about the next several days to feel very high pollen. Of course, like it says here, the grass pollen is high tonight. For the grass, so don't be rolling around in the grass. But even more says if it's in the trees. It messes up your sinuses for sure. Tomorrow, moderate for the grass, and Tuesday, a high also for the grass pollen. Ragweed pollen, about the same story. Tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday is little to none. Also, remember, here's a tip to manage your allergies. Shower after being outdoors. That is, of course, take that at how you view that. If you don't want to take a shower, don't do it. If you do feel like taking a shower, definitely do it. To remove the pollen that you picked up outside, to kind of take it away from you and away from your house and all of that. Make sure you're taking, like we said, a shower, get a new change of clothes on. Kids, teens out there, don't be putting that same clothes back on. Make sure once you take it off to get your shower, it don't come back on, right? Alrighty, so minimize your indoor pollen. Keep your windows shut. I mean, it may seem like it kind of obvious. Don't have your windows open, and make sure your AC, use your AC and your pure air purifier. Make sure they're rolling, but make sure it's purifying the air. Make sure it's not bringing the dust in. Of course, make sure to check the weather. Stay with your weather team here at WFIN. I can't get my words out. Make sure you stay with us here on WFIN 2 News with our weather team. As we're not certified most accurate and we're not meteorological certified, but hey, we still have the weather knowledge that anybody needs to know. So make sure you stay with us here. Stay with WFIN 4. Stay with Chris Justice and his team about when expect the pollen numbers to be back up. Know your allergy relief options for medications. If you don't overdose, obviously, use your nasal sprays, Claritin. If it does help you, if it don't help you, don't use it. That is, of course, what they say. Talk to your doctor about your options. Don't just be popping stuff in thinking it's going to help. Will it help? Probably not. I'm not going to, no, just don't even go there. So anyway, that's a look right now at our kind of like our pollen count, what to expect for the next several days, maybe hours, what you need to plus what you need to be kind of making sure that you and your kids kind of make sure that y'all are good on the allergies. But let's go ahead and turn now to our next several hours with our weather team here. The next several hours, feeling about 70s, mid-70s, dropping down to lower 70s by midnight, so maybe you don't want to be outside. Getting about 70s when you're waking up. That's early mornings. If you got to wake up early mornings, make sure you know that, hey, you're going to feel about the 60s, upper 60s, waking up tomorrow morning, getting ready for school. I know spring break is ended, but hey, if you're in Greenville County schools, 9 weeks left. That's going to fly by, trust me. But waking up tomorrow morning, like I said, upper 60s, low 70s by lunchtime. Feeling back up to the 80s by 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Possibly by 4 topping out, 3 or 4 topping out, maybe by 80. Potentially. Then we're dropping up again by tomorrow evening when you're getting ready for dinner, supper, whatever you're doing. Back to the 60s again, mid-60s, then dropping to lower 60s by tomorrow night. 50s by 4 a.m. tomorrow night. Not tonight, but tomorrow night. And then we're going to maybe hit almost the 30s, feeling like it. And then we're back up to 50s again by Wednesday. Tuesday, excuse me. But let's look right now at our extended 10-day forecast. Kind of what we're looking at here. Here we go. We're going to see if we can move that. Okay, here's looking now at our 10-day extended forecast. Tomorrow, like I said, feeling about the 80s. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, feeling about the 60s. Or Thursday, back up to the 80s almost. 80, finally hitting 80 by Friday. But we don't really have any impact days so far, which is probably good. But I'm going to give you a second to analyze that forecast so you kind of see what you need to be preparing for. I'm not expecting any rain showers. It says potential rain, maybe a small chance if that. But like I said, don't count on it. It could be a small shower, a passing shower, and it may be gone. So do we really need to place an impact day? No, but we will go ahead and put our impact day there in place for, let's see, what day is it? Tomorrow. Mostly sunny. There's really no need to do that, but we're gonna go ahead and place it in there, just in case we see any showers. They should not be any. And then Thursday through next Tuesday, literally nothing hardly. Think about this 80s by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to the 60s, then back up to the 70s by Tuesday. Our impact days, I'm going to just place some. We're not sure yet if they'll turn into anything, but there's 2 impact days. It's kind of hard to see that. But Friday, Saturdays are impact days. But make sure you utilize our weather team here on YouTube, but that we can keep you up to date and safe and all of those fun things. Again, we are still following the breaking news, like we said, about the Tractor Supply in Malden that has had a fire behind it. Of course, we're praying for those, and we're continuing to keep you up to date on our YouTube page, our shorts page, and all of that, if and when we learn more. But for now, thanks for watching WFIN News 2. This is a live look right now at our SkyCam network. Hope you have a great evening, and remember, stay with us on 2.